Today's practice is called Rise and Shine. So this is great not only if you're first waking up in the morning or if you just need to get some energy flowing throughout your day. So for today, we will need a block. If you don't have a block, just get a thick hardback book, something that your hand can be supported on the ground. If you don't have either of those things nearby, that's okay. I'll give some options once we get to that part. Go ahead and join me coming down to the mat. We're actually going to start in corpse pose on our back today. So just slowly making your way down onto your back. You can stretch the legs out or keep the soles of the feet on the earth if that's more comfortable. Either close the eyes or just bring your gaze, soften it there. And we're going to start just by taking deep breaths. So inhale through the nose, taking a really deep breath. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Taking one more deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. This time, just taking a moment to find stillness and set an intention for your day or for this practice. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, if you took that legs out position, I invite you to bring the soles of your feet onto the earth. We're taking bridge pose. So hands come down to the mat. If you need a refresher of what bridge pose is, go ahead and peek at me. We're just going to lift the hips up here and then lower back down. So once you're ready, I invite you to join me, taking a deep big inhale and exhale, lifting the hips in bridge pose here. We're here for 3, 2, and lower down on 1. Exhaling it all out. Taking an inhale here and exhale, sending the hips up, this time holding it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Last time, I promise. Taking a great big inhale. And exhale, sending the hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down on 1. I invite you to hug the knees into the chest here. You can take the knees as wide as you need to make this feel comfortable. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, maybe you rock back and forth. So grabbing behind the knees, just doing a little rock and roll action. If you're thinking, this doesn't feel good for me, feel free to hang out in when we're leaving pose and maybe just rock side to side, getting some movement in. And when you're ready, do what you need to do to make your way back up into a comfortable seated position. We'll start with some neck rolls here. Taking the neck over to the left side ever so slowly. And then bringing the neck down and over to the right side. Over to the left side. And back over to the right. Take maybe 2 more at your own pace and we'll join back up together. And once you're ready, join me back in center position. Chest is lifted up tall, reaching those hands up to the ceiling, getting a nice stretch here through the upper back. Taking an inhale And on the exhale, draw the hands forward around the spine like you're trying to give someone a great big bear hug. That's a tongue twister. Your gaze is down on the mat so we can protect our neck muscles. Inhale, arms come back up. And exhale, taking a fold, rounding the spine. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms forward, round the spine. Taking 2 more of these. Inhale up. And exhale, fold and round. Last one. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold and round. This time we come back up one more time and we're gonna take a twist. I invite you to open up to the right side. The left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand is just behind us and we take a twist in our lower back. Use that back hand that's on the earth to really ground you and help you lift your chest. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, returning to center, let's open up to the other side. Right hand comes to the knee this time. Left hand's just behind us, taking a twist here. Remembering to breathe. Taking an inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we return to center. I invite you to join me in a tabletop position to take cat and cow, or you can always take cat and cow from the knees if that feels better sitting down. If you are taking that tabletop position, go ahead and join me bringing the knees under the hips, wrist under the shoulders. We inhale, drop the belly, gaze looks up. And exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, cow. And exhale, rounding the chin to chest for cat. One more. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest for cat. Go ahead and return to a neutral position in the tabletop. Neutral spine. And we're gonna take a wrist stretch. So let me show you a couple ways. So maybe you come back off the wrist here just to see what I'm doing. You can turn the wrist with your hand shining towards you as a stretch. You can turn the hands out, angling them out like this to get a stretch. Or you can come off of the wrist completely and just gently seesaw the hands back and forth. So you decide which stretch works for you. I do not have a lot of flexibility in my wrist, so I will take the seesaw option. Whatever it is that feels good for you, go ahead and take that. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me back in that tabletop position. This time we're taking thread the needle. So go ahead and sink the hips back like you're taking child's pose. And send your right hand underneath of the left arm. Your ear and shoulder can come down to the mat if that's comfortable. And then walk your left hand out just a little bit more to get a stretch here. Taking an inhale. And exhale, side out, returning the right arm up, taking wide leg child's pose here just for a moment. Checking in with that intention that you set earlier in the practice. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and thread that right arm. Nope. Thread that left arm underneath the right. See, this is why I'm doing this morning, because apparently I need the energy as well. Finding a nice stretch. Maybe you come up onto the shoulder here, walking the right arm away from you. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to take puppy pose. So send the arms out just like they were in child's pose. The only difference in puppy pose is our chest is closer to the earth and our butt is lifted. So act like you're taking child's pose here. And then come onto your chest and lift the hips up for puppy pose. Taking an inhale. And exhale, side out. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly walk the hands back under you to take that tabletop position. Send that right foot forward, finding a low crescent lunge here. Maybe your hands stay down on the earth, or you go ahead and grab that block or book to get a little bit more of a stretch here. If you don't have either of those things nearby, hands can stay down on the earth or you can bring them to the top of your thigh. No matter which variation you took, go ahead and plant the left hand down on the mat or to a block. Untuck the toes and send the arms up, taking a revolve low lunge here. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, right hand returns to the earth, right knee returns, and we're bringing up the left. Go ahead and switch your block over to the right hand, taking a low crescent lunge. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and send that left hand up for a revolve twist. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, side out, left hand comes back down to the earth. Slowly bringing that left knee. And we're going to take down dog with an option to take a 3-leg dog. So hands plant down, go ahead and lift those hips if you're taking down dog with me. And maybe you just pedal it out. If down dog doesn't feel good, feel free to drop back down to that puppy pose. If you are in down dog, option to lift the right heel up to the ceiling and then send your heel over to the left side, getting a stretch here in the hip. Bring the leg back to center and lower. Right heel comes, right foot plants down, left heel sends up, and send it over to the right side of the body. Return it to neutral, then back to down dog. Take baby steps, walking your feet to meet your hands here, taking a forward fold. Know that your knees can bend as much as you need to make this feel comfortable. Taking this forward fold, I invite you to shake the head yes, and shake the head no. Returning back to center, inhale, halfway lift, sliding the hands up the shins, and exhale, forward fold. This time, hands come to the hips, we plant the feet down, and we slowly rise back up to the top. Hands come beside us in mountain pose, just taking a moment here to find stillness. Taking a really deep breath in and exhale, sighing it out. Inhale and exhale, side on out. Great. From here, we're going to step out wide. Legs should be making a V here. Inhale, sending the arms up to a 5-pointed star. And then exhale, taking a wide leg forward fold. You can bring that block in front of you to make this feel better. Then press off of the earth or the block, coming bringing the hands up to the hips. We're still hinged forward. And then we exhale, take a fold. Inhale, hands up to hips, still hinging. And exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, hands come up to hips. And exhale, forward fold. Taking an inhale. And exhale. Maybe you rock side to side, creating some space in the hips. Or you can find stillness. From here, slowly walk your feet together, taking a forward fold. Remember, those knees can bend as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the hips. We slowly, slowly, slowly rise back up to the top. Head should be the last thing to come up. And go ahead and join me at the top of your mat. We're gonna end standing up today. So I invite you to bring one hand to the heart or one to the belly, or maybe both to belly, both to chest, or just directly beside you. Whatever you choose. And I wouldn't necessarily close the eyes unless you're really great at balancing, but if that does feel good, maybe just bring your feet out a little bit wider than your hips so that you can balance. If not, you can soften your gaze, bringing it down to the mat or the ground. And we're going to take just a 3-part breath here. Taking a really great inhale. Breath comes up the belly, travels up the ribs and chest. And then we exhale, releasing from the chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, sending that breath and energy up the belly, ribs, and chest. And exhale, releasing from the chest, ribs, and belly. Last one. Inhale, sending that energy up through the belly, ribs, chest. Then exhale out of the chest, ribs, and belly. Go ahead and send those arms stretched out wide and wrap them around yourself, getting a nice stretch in the upper body. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, sending the arms out. This time our opposite arm comes on top. Finding a stretch. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly dropping the arms. Inhale, bringing both of the hands up to the top. Hands will reach once they get to the very top. And exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to show gratitude for yourself and your body. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, hands come down by your side. As always, thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you've got some good energy flowing to take you through the rest of your day.